Powerful man, super middleweights, light heavies, borderline cruisers. So I feel strong, man. I don't. I'm just so in my element, in my zone. This whole training camp's been. It's been a great training camp.
Does Chris Eubank Jr have more to lose
I ain't been beaten. So when you're talking about more to lose, I ain't been beaten. So for me, that means the world to me.
Is this a fight you've been?
I think the fight was so big in the originals, Eubank Sr and Ben, my dad. It was it captured the imagination of the public. It was such a massive fight, and it goes across so many generations. It was like, how can this fight not happen?
Is there an element of family pride at stake?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, most definitely. It's family feud, and the fight's as big as it is because our dad's original rivalries.
What did Dad do? What he achieved?
I don't know. It probably took me still a few years into being pro to realise, my dad's a big deal. Because my dad was always just my dad to me. So, we kept it very separate.
And off the fights that he had, were the Eubank ones that really stood out for you?
Got Iron Barkley, Doug DeWitt. Them two fights were great fights. But then also you had the Watson loss. So his whole career has been exciting. Win, lose or draw. For some I'll always be Nigel Benn's son, to some it'll always be Conor Benn's dad. So it depends who you're talking to. But I'm just doing my thing, being the best version I can be, being the best fighter I can be, and that's good enough for me.
What would a victory on Saturday do for your career?
It's massive. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah. I don't know defeat.
Beyond that, do you think it will take it to the next level because of the sort of attention this fight is inside this fight?
Because my trajectory is up anyway. My trajectory is, straight up. So it's like anyone I fight, I plan on making a statement with, regardless. We're at the stage in my career where, we were going to take that big step. We didn't know I'd have to jump up 2 weights to take that big step, but it's the biggest fight out there domestically for me. So I said to her, let's make it happen. I love a challenge. I don't fear no man, and me jumping up 2 weight division. Let's go.
Unbelievable. I mean, probably one of the biggest fights we've ever done. The narrative, the storyline, the rivalry, the intrigue, the personalities. It's just a huge fight, and you build up to these fights. 11 weeks to go, 9 weeks to go, and then you think, blimey, it's a week on Saturday. So both guys ready to go. It's going to be a tremendous fight week, and I think a great fight as well.
But was it always going to happen? Was it a question of when?
Yeah, I think because of the weight difference, when Chris Eubank's son turns pro, and a few years later Nigel Benn's son turns pro, you lick your lips and think, wow, they couldn't, could they? And because of the difference in weight, you think, no. They can't. But because Conor Benn has become a world-class fighter, he's become a big welterweight, because Chris Eubank Jr is just in the back phase of his career, it's just perfect timing. And the perfect fight, the dream fight to be made. Yeah, I was surprised by the comments. I mean, it's not very encouraging for your son. It doesn't build a lot of confidence, but Chris Eubank Sr is always going to say some controversial things. I think there's a lot of mind games in this fight. You've seen Junior eating a lot on social media, but probably not eating as much behind closed doors. And fight week's going to be entertaining. We expect Senior to be there. Nigel Benn's here already in camp. The build-up's huge, and the anticipation on fight night will be epic.
Is there more for Chris Eubank Jr to lose from this fight? Because it's a tall.
Yeah, I think for Conor Benn, he's on the verge of fighting for world championships at welterweight. Chris Eubank is still looking for a middleweight world title, but he's in the back phase of his career. So I think there's a lot to lose because it's a grudge match, and born rivals, as the saying, the poster goes. Because from a family perspective, this has been eating up Nigel Benn for 20 years that he didn't get that decision at Old Trafford, in 1991, 1993, and for Conor Benn, they want to put that right. So for Eubanks, they're sort of defending the shield, if you like, and for Benns, they want to get what they believe is rightfully theirs.